Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Table Talk. I'm your host, Jake Combs, and this is the first episode of 2021. And as you can see, we have some cool things to unbox, some Christmas presents that definitely been looking forward to. Now, the newest item is the Broken Realms Rakarth Gresh. So we're going to do that one last. The Skaven Stormfiends, I know I mentioned those last week or last episode. With the holidays, my schedule kind of got a little screwed up. But definitely been looking forward to these ever since seeing them in Vermintide 2. And definitely planning on using one in a Vermintide related diorama in the near future. Now, the Godsworn Hunt. This is, as you can see, a warband from Night Vault. From the Warhammer Undergrounds. So we're going to go ahead and start with them. Now, the purpose of them is, at least for my collection, is that a couple of the models resemble the Dark Oath War Queens and War Queen and Dark Oath Chieftain. And so the army I'm building for Age of Sigmar, it uses two of each, and I don't want two of the exact same model on the field, so I'm actually going to be using two of these guys as those models. Now, one thing I do really like about the Warhammer Underworld's model sets is that, you know, they are push to fit, so it's going to be a lot easier to get somebody new in on this, so they don't have to worry about getting glue and things like that. Only have to worry about, you know, the cutting and the cleaning up before putting together. But also the fact that each set is a different color plastic, so that way, you know, if you just get them built and ready to play, you're able to already play and easily tell which team is which team without having to worry about the same color plastic. Now, besides the two sprues, we do have a 3-page assembly guide, which is actually about a page more than I was expecting, because it does make, you know, only 6 units total. But, you know, the images themselves at a glance look like that they are to scale, so you'll be able to set, you know, the model next to it and kind of rotate it exactly how they have it, so you can see how to assemble it better. Now, looking at the models themselves, I love the textured bases that they did, as well as the high detail that they've done on them and the models as well. Some very cool stuff. Definitely gonna have a good time painting these guys for my Chaos Forces. Then we're gonna go ahead and open up the card packs. So as usual, you know, we have our, you know, 2 main color card sets. And I love the different artwork that they have featuring the models for the set as well. Definitely a lot of detail has been put into these, and that's one thing that really stands out about the Underworld's franchise. And it looks like we have some, you know, more generic ability cards, so you can mix and match those with your other warbands as well. And then we have, you know, the faction card as well as the individual character cards as well. Now, one thing that I, both like and dislike is the fact that the Chaos Hound is on its own separate base. Now, what I wanted to do originally, I wanted to keep this warband, completely whole, so that way when I play Underworlds, I can still use them, but at the same time have them work in my army. And for the base for the Dark Oath War Queen, I wanted to actually have the dog on the base with her. But these bases are a little too small for that, as well as the fact that that would actually take away one of my players from the game. But some very cool stuff in here. Definitely worth picking up if you're into Chaos at all. Specifically, Slaves to Darkness. So those models will definitely fit right in with that, especially if you're using like Chaos Marauders or Marauder Horsemen. These guys will fit in quite well. Now, as I mentioned, the Stormfiends, definitely been looking forward to those for a while. And outside of Vermintide itself, I have very little experience facing them on the field. And so I don't really know personally, which loadouts are the best, but the primary use for this box is to actually go with my Skaven warband for Warcry. And so with these we have 3 round bases and 3 square bases, so it looks like you're able to put it on whichever style you prefer. I know I'll end up doing the round ones because that's more in line with Warcry, since that's what these guys are for. Now we have a total of 3 sprues. Now with the size of these models, you don't have as much detail, at least on the main parts of their body and their armor that you can see on this sprue, which is not surprising because of their scale, and so those details are further apart. Look at the second sprue. Other than the little kind of deformed rat on his back, not a lot of detail, but the smaller rats definitely do have a lot more of that for you. So they definitely stand out more, and then also the hair on the face as well. Definitely some very cool models. Really looking forward to getting these guys built and painted up. Now, because this is an older kit, the instruction booklet is a bit older, not as high quality as the more recent builds are. Should be on top of the sugar. No, I thought the bag was loose and I put it on top of the sugar in there. That's the bag I was thinking of.
I can't find duck treats.
She doesn't need duck treats at 3
She
a.m.
wants duck treats. She's sitting in the hot crying. Sorry about your video.
It's still recording.
Oh, yeah.
I can't pause it.
Emergency.
Gotta get the cat the damn duck treats.
Well, did someone take your duck treats?
I wonder if they put them upstairs.
No, she hates I tried to give her a different treat.
She likes these.
They're not duck treats. Don't be mad.
Give her her medicine. Cabinet.
Clearly an emergency.
Clearly. You done now?
You think I want to be down here? I know. I need to write a letter to the authorities.
I'm guessing they're probably upstairs. Somebody who wanted to give the cats treats in Emmy's room. She'll be fine. Go to bed. Bless you.
Why?
Good night. All right. So, with the Rakarth Gresh set, we have 3 individual model bases and then the 3 chariot bases. Now, it lists that it's only 3 models total, so I'm suspecting that these are meant for if you're not going to use some of the guys on the chariot, that you have them on their own bases. Now, with Rakarth Gresh, from what I've read online, in order to use this unit as a whole, you do have to have 2 of them using the, I can't even remember what they're called all of a sudden. Let me bring that up. Gore Beast. Wow. You know, I knew that about 5 minutes ago. So, with this set, you can build 3 standard Chaos Chariots, one of them with Rakarth Gresh on them, but you also have the Gore Beasts that you can build with them as well. And looking at the pictures, it looks like you might be able to actually build 3 of them. I know on the back it only shows 2, so let's take a look. Alright, so this one definitely has 1 Gore Beast right here. This one is part of the chariot itself. This is the second Gore Beast. And then here we have 2 horses in the chariot, 2 horses in the chariot, and a 3rd Gore Beast. So with this set, you do get the loadout to where you can do 3 Gore Beasts or 3 with horses. You have Rakarth Gresh himself on there. So definitely some cool models. I know that for this box, it actually comes out as a really good deal because a standard chariot without the Gore Beast option, so just the 2 horses, is $40 at my local shop. I believe that's the standard price for that chariot as well. Now, the Gore Beast chariot I've never seen for sale separately, so I don't know if the pricing is similar, but so get 3 of those just standard, you'd be looking at about $120. Now this box set is only $90 and you get 3 chariots with it, so it's a huge savings. Plus you actually get Rakarth Gresh himself, so that way you can have his special rules and use them, especially in lines with the Broken Realms. Now I believe that the only way you get use of the Broken Realms rules for him is if you actually have those Broken Realms books. Because looking at this, I only saw the rules for the chariots. Didn't see anything about Gresh himself, or Gresh, whatever his name was. I do see it does come with a couple different head variations for the champion on there. But definitely some very cool looking models. I really like the Gore Beasts themselves. The main reason I really wanted this set was because of using the Gore Beasts. You can actually have them be some of the monsters you face in Warcry. And I frankly needed some more chariots for my Warcry themed Slaves of Darkness army. But I did not need horses or the Gore Beasts for them because I will be using them as well, the chariot that I needed was going to actually be driven by members of the Unmade. So definitely going to be a lot of fun building that. I'm actually going to be having the Unmade pull the chariot themselves, kind of as an extra form of punishment. And I'm hoping with continuing to have the Warcry aesthetic with it, to eventually branch out and have Archaon himself as part of the force, because with all the Chaos Warbands for Warcry, they kind of have the same goal, is catching the attention of the Everchosen. And once they get the attention, that way they gain notoriety and they actually start working for him directly and fight for him, and maybe receive some of the blessings of their gods as well along the way. And so I actually have one chariot that I'm building that is going to be themed after the Untamed Beasts. Then I have the one that is going to be that first one is going to be pulled by horses. The second one is actually going to be pulled by cold ones, and that's going to be based on the Splintered Fang. I gotta practice some of my green stuff work because I'm actually going to be doing some lizard hides and things like that draped around the chariot, and then the last one being the Unmade. So, and that one will actually be pulled by members of the Unmade as well. So definitely gonna be a lot of fun to build, and looking forward to that. But did need some more chariots for that force, and so these will definitely fill that slot nicely. But as far as unboxing, that's all we had for tonight, just those 3. And I do apologize for the kind of delay in the middle of there. Our cats were a little hungry for some treats, and so I had to help my wife take care of that before she went back to bed. But that's it for tonight. This is a new year, so make sure you guys are being safe and healthy. Make sure you're wearing your masks. But as always, thank you for watching, and I'll check you guys next week, where, assuming that I don't have any unboxings to do, which I don't think I will, then we will be working on the bases for Skies of Fire, since we've already finished all of the planes themselves. So definitely something to look forward to, and I will catch you all next week. Good night.